If you're selling to Australia, you should be including New Zealand in all of your campaign targeting, just treating it as an existing state within the context of Australia. Over the next 5 minutes, I'm going to tell you exactly how to do it. Once you finish this video, you should be able to go away, spend 2 hours implementing this into your ad accounts as well as your operations, because there is an operation component to this. And then once you do that, your top line revenue should go up by 10% over the next 30 days. So this video in itself should add 10% to your top line revenue if you're not already doing this. Let's start off. I actually have no visuals for this video. I just thought I'd put this funny thumbnail up on the screen. That's going to be the thumbnail for this video. I'm also just going to be talking through exactly what you need to do. So number one, I already said it. New Zealand should be taking up about 10% of your top line revenue. Why do I say that? It's a pretty big call. The reason being is any big e-commerce brand that we work with, that's what New Zealand does. It does 10% of their top line revenue. This isn't really any questions asked. Now, so 10% of top line revenue. If New Zealand doesn't currently do 10% of your top line revenue, do exactly what I'm about to tell you to do. Number one, your shipping rates to New Zealand should be very similar to your Australian domestic rates. If they're not, go to market with shipping suppliers, because most packages should be about a $15 flat shipping fee to New Zealand. You could easily just add that into your shipping collected at checkout and it shouldn't be an issue. You should already be collecting some amount at checkout under your shipping thresholds, which need to be placed correctly within the context of geos as well. You can change that easily. Make sure you're just collecting the extra $2 to $3 that it takes to ship to New Zealand and open it up. How should you open it up? This is where everyone gets this wrong. And this is where we've gotten it wrong in the past. I'll be completely transparent. Do not treat New Zealand in separate campaigns. Don't do it. There is not enough size and not enough conversion volume and spend allocation for those campaigns to yield strong machine learning models that are predictive of high quality placements. Doesn't happen. So include New Zealand in your existing campaigns on Facebook. On Google, you might want a little degree of segmentation. You might have to segment dependent on the way that your feed is set up on Google Shopping. And you want to make sure that you don't have currency conversion issues on Google Shopping. This is a really common issue people make, which is that they just open their targeting to other countries. And now when I search in New Zealand for your product, it doesn't come up in New Zealand dollars. It comes up in Australian dollars with then a New Zealand conversion. Ruins your click-through rates, ruins your conversion rates. Never seen a campaign profitable when you do that. And so that's about it. Really short videos. Number one, make sure operationally your website functions for New Zealand. Ideally, a dedicated domain doesn't have to be. You want to make sure that your pricing changes dynamically on site to New Zealand dollars. You want to make sure your checkout changes dynamically. That's all easily done with Shopify markets these days. Number two, you want to make sure that you go to market with your shipping rates. Okay, at the moment, you probably don't have the best shipping rates for New Zealand if you haven't looked around. You should be getting about $15 on flat rates on regular e-commerce size packages. If you're not getting that, keep looking or reach out to us and we can help you. Number three is, once that's all done, which should only really take you a couple hours of work, make sure to not set up dedicated campaigns for New Zealand. It will not work. You need to include New Zealand in your current campaigns. That way you have the conversion volume of Australia that's being used as a predictive model of who you should be targeting and prioritizing in New Zealand. With that being said, enjoy the extra 10% top line revenue. Thanks for watching that video. If you want to learn more about BlueSense Digital, click the link in the description below. Reach out to us for a free growth evaluation video where we'll map out how you can achieve your financial outcome goals with your e-commerce brand over the next 6 to 12 months.